our developers that are here with us today are Long Hat House. They have been very patient with us. We very much appreciate it. Thank you. um, we are not playing Orbis. We're playing Dandara. Dandara is an excellent game. We were talking to these gentlemen, which, by the way, we have Lucas and Joe with us, as we decided to call you.
Yeah.
um,
Hello. Hello.
and
Yeah.
They hail from Belo Horizonte. Let me get it. Make sure I get it right. Belo Horizonte, Brazil.
Yes.
And I had the pleasure of meeting these guys at PAX. Since we had a good, healthy discussion about PAX, I'll just skip past that. But to summarize, they were very, very excited to be there. It's a rare opportunity for any developer, and they had never been to a convention like that quite before. Certainly not outside of Brazil. And they'd also got to go to GDC, which is a great honor for a developer to get to go to, and a member of the press. I've never been, always wanted to. Oh, and I gotta make sure to get rid of this text up here real quick. Yeah. Basically, I had met them at PAX East, and we struck up a conversation about this interesting game that I saw from out of the corner of my eye called Dandara. It looked really, really cool, so I had to talk to you guys. So I really appreciate you allowing me to have this interview, particularly after all these little issues we've had.
Oh, it's fine, and it's awesome that you called us. Like, that's great.
Well, certainly.
Yeah.
Certainly my pleasure. It's it's not always the case like with that we get to even lots of developers are even interested in interviews, but they're so busy sort of doing this thing or that thing that they don't have time. So I do even appreciate you guys making time for us. All right, I think I'm just. I also didn't introduce my co-host Caitlin in my hurry to get back on the air. Hello, Caitlin.
If you guys don't know me already, I don't know where you've been. Maybe under a rock.
So I think we're just gonna launch right into it about some discussions about you guys and how you got to where you are. So you had said that that this was really your first, like going to PAX and going to GDC was really your first excursion outside of Brazil as developers. But inside of Brazil, how long have you guys been working on games? Is this your first game?
This is our second game. Yeah, we've been working on. No, we've been working on a lot of game jams. Yeah, we worked experiments, on other stuff, but the second game we're going to launch. Yeah, as long as how like the studio, which is both of us, we started on like 4 years ago, kind of. We started working, but yeah, I mean, we launched our first game 2 years ago.
Nice. That's so. So you've been working on you've had a few games that you've been working on, but I when I looked on your website, it looked that maybe like this was the most polished one that you had worked on so far.
Yeah, yes, for sure. Yeah, I mean, the first one was very small compared to this. It's just like a small game. Exactly. It's just like compared. Yeah, already like this time and what we like. And what we knew actually about making games and publishing and self-publishing and that changed a lot.
Nice, nice. And is there a, would you say that in general, is there a vibrant indie scene where you come from?
In Belo Horizonte, actually, you can do a room. Yeah, you can have a room, all the developers. But it's cool, like everybody that shows up, we're like, come here with us. Join us, I guess. Be there. Yeah, it's very warm. Very warm, yeah. Because it's so small, like, you get to know everybody. There is a good part on it, but yeah, it's very small.
You know all the indie developers in the country?
No. Like in our city, in
your city, okay.
But when you get to São Paulo, it gets bigger. It gets more. You can know everybody in the same conference, already to be. There are some places in Brazil like there are like the south region and the northeast region are really big alongside São Paulo and Rio. Yeah, they're big, like if you compare to Brazil.
Yeah,
I don't know how
they're
it
big
is,
if you compare
how it is around the world, but like
nothing like
yeah.
San Francisco or
No, yeah,
Boston,
yeah. I mean, it doesn't
something like that.
Interesting.
But
Interesting. Yeah, have talked to some developers, not from in South America, but never. We had that one interview, that we had talked to a long time ago from Pasadelo. I'm not sure I said that correctly, but I think
yeah,
the. Sorry, say that again.
it's good.
It's good.
It's
Yeah,
Andela.
yeah,
Yeah.
Pasadelo. Yeah, I think that it's. I think that I got the sense that the indie scene there was growing. That it was small, but it was on the upcome. Would you agree with that?
Yes, yeah, it is. Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, we felt that it feels like 4 years ago we had nothing in our city. I would say like there were like no events, nobody calling each other.
Nobody knew each other.
Yeah, nobody knew each other.
Everybody was on a cave.
Yeah, and like people in a cave, like just a few people. And if you compare to like now, we have like 3 or 4 events that are happening like
In
like
between like 6 months or a
Yeah.
year or 2 months or something like that. Even they are small events, but they are like structured.
yeah, yeah. So we're getting some structure in our city, and you can see that like all around, like happening everywhere in Brazil. So
Nice.
it's growing, and it's good. Like it's good to be part of something that
It's growing.
Yeah.
It's good to be like part of the pioneers, you know?
yes, yes. That's what I think too. Like we are like we have like this group meetings, and we talk about like how to make it better, and you know
Nice. That's
create
great.
like structure.
So do you guys find that you support each other, as much. It sounds like you support each other a lot. And if you're one of the earlier developers in Brazil, you probably feel like you're sort of on the cutting edge of design and entertainment in your country. I would think.
Actually, we're not the first. If you like say that we Long Hedgehog are the first,
Oh, yeah.
that's kind of
That's-
wrong.
that's
Because there are
a
like
mistake.
people who are developing games for 10 years now, but they are very few and far between.
I can see that.
Yeah, so, like we are. Yeah, that's what João said. Like there are some kind of big companies already.
Yeah, like double A,
Double A.
let's say that.
Yeah, I mean, and they're growing as well. And so like they kind of participate sometimes. They use it.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, wow.
Horizon Zero Dawn like outsourced a lot of assets from the
Really?
like all the robots.
Wow.
So
Yeah, all the robots are leading actually.
So you're seeing
So,
maybe
yeah, that's-
a lot of like companies from other parts of the world are coming to Brazil and getting like bits of coding done or bits of design done, like working on basically.
Not a lot.
No,
Not a
I
lot.
mean, Horizon Zero Dawn
Maybe it's an
was,
exception.
Oh, okay.
was like a big thing.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't like a common thing.
Okay, so that was
But I mean,
not
it-
typical.
No,
Yeah.
it's not. Yeah, but it's still like it.
We have some companies
Yeah.
that do that.
So yeah, we now have
More
like
of it.
some companies that can do that. And, the fact that it happened, it feels like more stuff is happening. So it
Nice.
feels like it's.
That's really cool. I'm glad to hear that. I mean, I think that as game development becomes, the software and the computers become less expensive, you should start to see really indie scenes popping up all over the world. And that's from when we've talked to some other developers, they've said that some of the things that you guys have said, where there's these small pockets of developers who are, they're trying to work and support each other, but also in other cases, bigger AAA developers have sort of outsourced bits of their work to other parts of the country. So it's other parts of the world. So it's I'm at least glad to see the same things happening in Brazil, because I think it's important to the growth of the indie industry in that area to have that kind of extra work on top of that. Because at the end of the day, indie developers still need to get paid, and earn money and get food, because I know it's hard to do that when you're building a game all the time and you haven't finished it yet. Do you want to start the conversation, Caitlin, a little bit about their game studio and how it was founded?
Yes, Sure. All right. When did you guys come together? Is it Long Hat House your publisher, or is that the name of you guys as a dev studio? And how did you guys meet each other?
Yeah, Long Hat House is actually our name of the dev studio. That's a really strange name, and we like it because of that. Like, we like it because of many reasons. We like it because of that. Yeah. And we met like almost 10 years ago already. Yeah. Like on the university, college. I don't know how you guys call it.
Yeah, we were on the computing science course, and that's how we met.
Always talked about games, and when we just before like we graduated, we started talking. I should do this before like we need money and real responsibilities come, and we need to do this before. Yeah. And then we didn't stop, I guess.
So you guys met right out of college, you said?
Yeah, university.
That's awesome.
We were computing science students at the university. So that's how we met each other. And then we always like we entered the university to make games, right? That was our goal. And it was like our goal during the whole university. So we made like games and stuff, like took a game development related course and this kind of things. And I think like the last year in the university we went abroad, like into Germany.
No, I went to the Netherlands.
Then I went to Canada.
We lived there 1 year, and that really helped us. I mean, like our scholarships really helped us make Long Hat House the way it is now.
Yeah. So the thing is, when we came back, and it was like six months to like before finishing college, finishing the university, like we were like, okay, in 6 months we have to work, and because in Brazil we don't have like these big companies, and we don't have like if you want to make games, at least like. You know, when we finished the course, there was like no opportunity for working in games, like getting into the industry. So we were like, we have to make it by ourselves. And I mean, we had 6 months to make it kind of work.
6 months?
It was like the last 6 months, and we had like to make it. Make something that we could say, okay, it's worth it to invest on it, even after leaving the university, because otherwise we had to find a job, and it wouldn't be like a game development job.
Wow.
We didn't want that, right?
Yeah, we didn't want that. So I would be like set forever.
So you guys made your first game in 6 months, and then you sold it.
Not actually.
No.
We made something that we could like say, okay, this is going good. We can do this. We can not. We don't need to go after a job. We can like spend our savings on this.
Yeah. So the first game, I think it took 9 months to make it. It should be like it's very small. It's a mobile game, right? And we were like, okay, let's spend like 3 or 4 months on it. Like we spent like 9 months, and it didn't make much money. Like
it's the first game. It's a mobile game.
I would say like,
but it's not a free game. It's like
it's a premium game.
It's like we're trying to treat mobile like a console.
Yeah, we wanted to develop like video games, console games. So we didn't want to be like the mobile, like the
premium. Know which user is like addicted to what everything.
We appreciate that as
in Dandara, when you open up the tutorial thing, it actually shows a phone in the corner. You have 2 different sets of controls. Can you actually tell me about that? How it has to do with you guys as a team and how you develop?
Okay, yeah. First of all, sorry about that, because the tutorial
it's not gonna be the final game.
It's not gonna be the final game.
That's just like that's video. That's the first thing we ever did.
Yeah, that's the first. And
what do you think about designing it for a touch screen though? Because it looks like it would play with one very well.
So Dandara is just like Magenta Archive. for our first game.
Yeah.
We wanted to make a game that's really like for the mobile touch screens and stuff. But you need to pay attention. You need to have like a console-like experience, you know.
Yeah.
And that is pretty much why the game's so weird. Why she jumps. That's because we are thinking around the touch screen how to make like exploration and fighting at the same time, real fast-paced fighting alongside exploration on the touch screen. That's why the game is so weird. It doesn't have gravity.
Yeah, it started. Maybe you don't know that, but like it started on that. Thinking
it's very innovative, even for a mobile game, though. Usually, the mobile games I've played are very like they're not as interactive. They're more like pay to win. They're not. You guys have actually designed like a standalone game that you can just buy and play as much as you want for a mobile platform, which is like maybe it's not for mobile, but you have that capability right there. That's very cool.
Yeah, because like mobile games, like they cut them some slack, I guess, because they can do good games, you know, they can do it, but nobody ever tries, and we get to this vicious cycle, I guess.
But there's guys like you who want to make those great games for mobile. That's really
we want to try. We wanted to try.
Yeah, actually, we didn't start making games because we wanted good games for mobile. In fact, like with our first game, we wanted to learn and to see how we would work like together, like if we should like invest on it. So we were like, okay, let's make a game for mobile because it's easier to publish, and let's like not mind about what's happening in the mobile industry or whatever. Just like let's try to make a game just as it would be on console, you know. And by developing this first game, we learned a lot. And like something that we learned is that mobile platform is actually it can be a gaming platform. But one thing I actually learned is that anything can be a gaming platform.
Yeah.
You can make game design. Yeah, I mean you can make game design that works for like for tabletop games and.
Oh, okay. I was about to say I don't know if I want to pull out my calculator.
But you can make games for that.
You can. I've seen games for that.
Can we talk about something particularly exciting too, which is the fact that you're going to be on this little device right here, coming out this summer. You're going to be on the Nintendo Switch. That's really amazing, right? I mean, Nintendo has handpicked a bunch of independent developers to be on the Virtual Console. It's not the Virtual Console; it's their online store, and you got to be one of them. How did that make you feel?
That's amazing. That is great. Like childhood dream come true. Like basically,
yes.
Because I was like 7 years old and looking to the Super Nintendo and like, damn, I don't know, maybe the game just came out from Japan. I don't know what the hell, and then it happens. It's like a child. That's great.
I mean, like watching the indie showcase that.
Yeah, maybe.
That was a cool moment.
I was breathless.
Yeah.
Have you had to redo anything for the Switch coming out? I mean, you were designing with a touch screen in mind. You were designing with like something almost handheld in mind. How much work have you had to put into changing the format over to the Switch? Like, this must have been such a shock for you guys.
Oh yeah.
So actually, the gamepad support doesn't come with the Switch. Didn't come.
No, yeah. I mean, we worked on the gamepad support because the Raw Fury guys, which is our publisher.
We found a publisher that we really like, and they suggested us like, wow, let's try making this to PC and with controllers and stuff. Let's do it. And we did lots of experiments.
Yeah, so we experimented, and when they started looking for the Switch, it already had kind of the gamepad support. So it wasn't because of the Switch we added it. It's just like we added it, and then it worked. And then
Have you played your own game on the Switch yet? Like, have you
Oh, I'm so jealous. See, I went as soon as I got back from PAX, I pulled out my Switch and I tried to see if you guys were on there, and I didn't think you would be, but I was so sad. I was like, I want to play Dandara on the Switch so badly.
But Chris, you played Dandara at PAX?
Yeah, I did. I got to play it for a brief second on the actual device there. Yep.
Yeah, that was on the Switch.
Yeah, that was a real treat. That was I mean, I had only owned the Switch I think for a week at that point. So I just thought it was really cool. We've already got one customer in chat too. I don't know if you saw, but I'm right there with him. I will absolutely grab this game for Switch when it comes out. In fact, I'm already like there's so few games for the Switch currently that I think you guys will be probably a fairly early title to make it. You'll be one of the first 20 games on the Switch.
Yeah, the Switch is in need of good stuff. I mean, that's why I've held off on buying the actual console myself until the next shipment, because there isn't anything even for it yet except for Breath of the Wild. And it's so exciting to see stuff like what you guys are doing. I want to play it. I want to play it more. I'm already playing it, but I want to play it again.
Yeah, it's really amazing.
And like the version you guys are playing now, that's very raw. Very raw. Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be.
Yeah,
there's nothing about it that
I'm gonna go ahead and bring that up now and get the gameplay going.
Thanks. Seriously, thanks.
I have played some rough games. Let me tell you, okay?
Actually, you asked me.
I'm gonna have to turn.
The first time we played on the Switch was at GDC, just before like having present.
It was Dandara.
Yeah, and it was Dandara, and it had some bugs, right? Like we were like, oh my god, the first time, but the first time we see it work.
That was amazing. I mean, this entire thing went so fast.
Yeah, so fast.
And I mean, I'm still waiting to wake up from a dream or something, you know?
And just chat. Let us know if the volume of the game is okay.
Yeah. Oh.
Here, I got that. I'll take a look, Kellogg.
So we've had a few of our team members play this game now, and one of the things I think that's interesting.
Great.
Sounds good. All right, thank you. One of the things I think that's interesting is that, and Kaytlyn, when we were talking about it with Rob, I felt like you and I and Rob all had a slightly different takeaway, which I thought was interesting. Kaytlyn, do you want to talk to them about how you saw this as like more of a puzzle game? And ask them about that?
So I'm not a huge platformer fan. I'm not very good at Mario. I'm not good at a lot of different stuff. I haven't played Metroid or Mega Man. But I have played a lot of indie platformers, my favorite of which was actually called Albert and Otto, and I like Limbo a lot. And on my regular streams per week, I play Zelda. And this is so puzzly, like, it's slow paced, like, I don't have to rush through it like a lot of speedrunners do. I don't have to, like, I can stand on a platform and wait to go to the next one and really look at what the puzzle is and take a moment. And I love that it's cumulative. So you can earn hearts, then you go back to your tent and that saves your place. And it's very much like that's what I'm doing every Tuesday at Zelda. Like I'm solving puzzles, getting new pieces of heart, and I'm moving forward in the plot. And you guys have this almost like cyber steampunk sort of like broken down setting that's just really cool to explore.
It's like very zen too.
Yeah, and the music is so relaxing. So I'm like thinking more than I'm reacting, and I love that. That's the kind of game that I play in my free time. That's the kind of game that I want to stream as a streamer. So I could get frustrated with it, but then not give up. You know, you have a very good save and restart mechanic for something that has a game over. Like, you guys actually have a game over in your game, whereas a lot of games don't these days. So for an indie game, it feels old in the best of ways. It doesn't feel like what a lot of developers are trying, where there's just not a lot of content, there's not a lot of to do. I could see that you could sink like probably between 50 and 60 hours of playtime into this easy. I sank like 2 hours into it today and didn't even notice. So.
And can I mention too? Actually, here, sorry, I didn't mean to go right back to that doorway, but this little enemy in particular reminded me of like a bit of a Metroid enemy. I just thought it was kind of funny how much it reminds me of those little spiky guys you see crawling back and forth almost everywhere you go in Super Metroid.
Yeah.
But one of the things, in this game, I do, let me back up a little bit. That was kind of Caitlyn's takeaway, was the puzzle angle. Now, I saw this completely differently. I didn't see this as a puzzle game at all. I saw this as sort of an interesting variant of a sort of Metroidvania, but it's got a lot more limited movement. And I think that's interesting because one of the issues with Super Metroid that I think almost everyone who's played it has is that you can be lost and wandering forever, and you're like pixel hunting and trying to find like where little things might be. And I feel like this guides you a little bit because you have to jump from place to place. It's a bit of more of it's a more relaxing experience because you don't have to constantly be like searching everywhere, but it also feels like a more directed experience. Like you have more purpose for where you're going. And I don't know, do you want to talk a little bit about why you decided to do the jump to point system this way?
Okay, that happened because of how we started development. Because we wanted to bring exploration and like movement and shooting, like moving and shooting fast and like on the touch screen. Yeah, we wanted to do it for mobile in the beginning, right? So we thought about like this control scheme first, and then the game came. So with that, the whole game came around.
Exactly. Like even the story, how the game presents itself.
Yes.
It has to be mysterious because it's an exploration game. You know?
Yeah. So everything came around like this, just jumping. So that's how
cool.
like the jumping came. So the jumping was like the first thing again.
Yeah, the white platforms actually came from like that. I feel that when you say like limited, that's the thing. Like there's the white platform. They feel like you're like limited to that. I don't know, maybe, yeah. But that's a reason. That's not a mistake.
Yeah.
Because if you can go anywhere, it will be like taking a long time to get anywhere, you know?
Yeah, right. Jump, like, and miss a jump. Because it's very different, like aiming and jumping. We try to help like players to do that. There are like you can never miss a jump, so like there is like this green dot saying you're gonna jump. We don't want like movements to be frustrating. We want the movement to be fluid. So that's why
it is. The auto guide is
super
amazing.
Fluid,
it's super fluid, super easy to pick up. I was shocked at how fast it was to pick up.
Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah.
It took me like a couple minutes before I realized that I didn't have to manually aim every time, that I could just go to the green line and it would just go. So now I'm just like hopping through everything so fast.
Well, as you can see, that's my problem, is I want to hop too fast, right? Because then I hit stuff because I get excited and I want to keep moving like Sonic or something.
That's actually my problem too. So like when I'm testing the game and I want to, go to a place.
Test some specific thing.
To test something specific, I try to go too fast, like speed running, and sometimes I die. My own game.
And now, Caitlyn, do you want to ask him a little bit? Oh, shoot, sorry.
Yeah,
you want to ask him a little bit about
move next through the list.
About like the games that expired them, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to ask about their publisher first.
Oh, sure, go ahead. By all means. Sorry.
Because you guys are actually publishing it on the eShop for the Switch. Do you go through your publisher, or is Nintendo acting as your publisher right now? Like, how is your process for actually getting Dandara out to people?
It was like September the last year that we contacted Raw Fury for the first time. Raw Fury is our publisher, you know?
Yeah, so Raw Fury is publishing the game. They are doing everything. Yeah, everything that is not development it's like it's their doing now. So because like being on Switch is their doing, and most of the work with Nintendo, they are usually the ones who talk to me. To get something or
Shit. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
So they're the ones that are kind of wrangling with this massive company for you. Like, so you guys don't actually have to talk to Nintendo directly.
No,
all the
yeah,
time.
we
Yeah,
talk
they're
to
doing it
them
for
a
you.
No, yeah, we talked to them a bit, and that's really good. Like,
Yeah, we
as far
talked
as-
to Nintendo.
as far as like changing some emails and that's already like.
Whoa. Yeah.
That must feel so amazing.
Yes.
I am
Have you
going to
ever-
move us more to what the content of the game is. So if I could ask you a couple questions about your inspiration and everything.
Oh yeah.
Sure.
So I'm understanding that the main character, his name is Dandara, and his
The girl.
and the
It's a
game
girl.
is wait, that's a girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Girl.
No idea. I'm
Yeah, I
sorry. So
It's got like a disco fro.
So every platformer is nothing without its main character. Would you mind telling us a little bit about Dandara and how you were inspired to make her and what her place is in the world that she is saving? I had no idea she was a woman. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate it.
Yeah, but there's no problem. Like, I know that the pixel art is not very clear about gender, and
I can see it though.
It's supposed to be a girl.
yeah, we have some art that's coming out that shows more.
Yeah.
So the inspiration. So okay, what Dandara means in the world. As you have seen, like the game doesn't give you much background of what's happening, right? And not even to Dandara, like she kind of pops into the world.
Yeah, she's kind of born from light.
Yeah, she's born from the south, but that's what we call like.
Yeah, like
I
the
love
matter that takes up most of the world.
Yes, and then we have like this kind of creepy, different, strange universe. And,
Just like this guy over there.
yeah, this guy.
This girl, yeah.
So she's
yeah.
born from the salt as an adult into a world that she's never seen that she has to somehow save because she's the chosen one.
Kind of.
Chosen one,
Wow.
but she comes with the idea of liberty. Like,
Yeah,
Freedom.
she comes with the idea of freedom, like
I need to get freedom to this place.
yeah,
Right
because
now.
it's a world that is like it suffers from like this
Oppression.
There is like this huge army, that's trying to to control this.
Yeah, like a Cold War. So it's not
Yeah.
Okay.
I noticed most of your NPCs, at least that I've run into, are actually also female. Is that a coincidence, or are there
No,
some
I
guys
mean,
in
that-
there? Is it that like the army is this oppressive sort of?
No, it's actually a coincidence that the
It's
first
like-
one is
Okay.
Yeah.
but the second one, like,
Yeah.
the guy.
Yeah, there's another guy. Yeah, there are guys. No, that's a coincidence, like because we are trying to get lots of inspiration in our local Brazilian. So there's lots of Brazilian things there. We don't want to be like that's Brazil, but I mean that's we try to
what
take
we see every
inspiration.
day.
Yeah.
And from that, like, nobody knows what happens in Brazil. Like, and
Yeah,
at
it
the end
doesn't
of the
make
game,
any
it comes as mysterious.
Yes.
And it
Yeah.
helps with the theme of the game that's like about exploration.
So yeah, when we started, we were going to like the first idea for this game. It was like a guy, like a soldier shooting around,
Yeah.
kind of thing. And like we were like, okay, that's not our culture. That's the game, like because that most games come from the United States and Japan. And I think that has much more to do with you guys, like that you guys have like
Oh,
military.
I did not mean to do that.
Probably,
Sorry.
get to know like more people from the army and stuff.
Mhm.
The army is not that great deal here. Like we
don't have like a. We don't fight wars.
Yeah, I mean, we don't have wars. That makes a difference. So it's
Yeah,
not
in the
close.
culture.
Yeah, it's not close to us. So we don't know what. Like if we make a soldier guy shooting around, it's probably gonna be worse than if you guys do it because you know like it makes more sense.
So you decided to go with something inspired by, you know, your local mindset, how you guys normally, what kind of action hero you guys would like to see. What action heroes and what kind of things did you like as kids? What games did you play? What is anything inspired what you've gone into making?
Okay, we have lots of inspiration. We are trying like for arts and stuff. We are trying to not be too much
like inspired by other games.
Yeah, we try to make something that is unique and you know that has to do with us. But yeah, for game design, then we have lots of inspiration in other games. So you can see like if you play Dark Souls, you're gonna see you talked about like a save system.
Yeah,
you're
the
gonna see
campfires.
that.
Yeah, I see it. I've been actually kind of exploiting it a little bit.
Oh, I think I got
I've been bad.
But you do that on that, so then that's completely fine. Like you have to exploit it a little bit to win the game.
For those of you who don't know, if you go to your campfire, it respawns all of the enemies. So you can go collect essence from them, go back to the campfire back and forth, and use it to level and get more hearts.
For some reason,
you
can press R.
Oh, sorry. Thank you. I was like stuck.
Yeah.
Oh, got it.
Just press
Man,
R.
Kellogg, I'm better at this than you. I should be the one.
I know. I'm not having a great run here. I'm doing.
Man.
I was doing a lot better when I played earlier.
Don't mind this
Yeah, it's hard to talk.
This R thing as well, like something we did for the show. You know, when we aren't around, people can like press R and know how to play without us like helping them. Because that's a really difficult game to get to know how to play.
To
like,
understand.
Oh, so you were afraid that we'd be confused, so you just gave us this tutorial. We're not supposed to have a tutorial. Okay.
Oh no.
No, I mean we're gonna do something that is.
That's more like. Natural.
I thought it was very clear. I mean, you look at it and now you're slinging around. You know, like Spider-Man. You're good. Yeah, it's not complicated. It's not hard. I think what's hard is trying to figure out like how to get around the actual obstacles. Like,
I love that I can see the minus button right now too.
Kellogg hasn't even gotten to the eyes that jump out of the wall at you. Like, you have to charge your attack for like a second before you can even shoot them. It's pretty scary. Yeah. Or that wall that shoots the orbs.
That I got. I got
jump up and down. Yeah, to even. Oh my gosh.
Shoot.
It's challenging, but it's not. The controls themselves are very smooth and easy to use.
Oh yeah, no, this is totally just because I'm terrible at video games right now.
Yeah. Kellogg is terrible.
See, I never expect them. I don't know why I never expect them to charge at me. I never do.
Oh.
I know you guys are just a little bit behind me, right?
No, what it is, maybe I'll stream it and you guys can see someone who doesn't suck.
There you go.
It's not a team if you can't trash talk your friends, right?
It's okay. I deserve it. All
right. So what is it that you love most about game development? Like what is your favorite part of the process of bringing a game to life?
Oh.
I mean, there are plenty moments that I really like.
You like the moments when you can actually pick it up and play it, you said?
No, like a lot of moments.
There are many moments.
Like the first time somebody that you don't know plays it and cracks up a little bit of a smile, you know?
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's the most amazing part.
The best thing I did, it was like first time to use the PAX. It was like watching people play far away, so I could see them. You know, because usually when we show the game, we are like just side by side with the person who's watching, he's playing, and then you know, we don't get very honest feedback.
It's impossible. Like I want the guy to say like, "Fuck."
So it was pretty cool to see people playing that far and
watching. So you like to see them. You like to see people struggle and then like get excited when they actually do it right.
Yeah, that feels was awesome.
Like the whole moment, the whole learning process.
Yeah, but I mean, you asked about like the moment that we like when we're developing it. I'd say like there are very good moments when you're like first you're prototyping it and you
the first time you're doing something new, right? And then it's actually cool. You can see like, oh, there's so much of this.
Yeah.
This is actually cool, and it wasn't cool like a moment ago.
Yeah, and it's really cool how like iterating on it in the beginning of the development. So like
it was so fast as well.
Yeah, it's so fast, and like the game changed so much from like one week to the other in the beginning, and it feels good to work. Like it feels like every day is productive, and like
yeah.
So that's a moment that I like.
Like there are those moments I don't like. For example, like when you're in a state that you're only fixing bugs.
Oh yeah,
and then like when you only see the bugs, you know, you only see the bugs in the game, and when you fix it, you get the game from you only see the bugs, so the game is like crap right now.
Yeah.
You get the game from a crap state to a average state.
Yeah, because
you're like, no,
there's no much difference for us. Like we can see the bugs, but people are not seeing it sometimes. So,
do you consider this? Is this version in a good state or a crap state? Would you say?
Oh, it has
a lot of bugs.
Oh, really? Because it feels so fluid.
Yeah, I don't.
The Switch version that was on PAX, that had like many obvious bugs, and we were like, "Oh, look at that bug." And when you talk to people, and they were like, "I didn't see."
Yeah.
And like for us, it's so obvious. So like when we are working on this, like you know, like the whole day working on that, in the end, like the game actually didn't change a lot. It doesn't feel like it was productive. It doesn't feel like
we don't have any insect enemies, because then we can see the bugs.
Yeah.
Very clever.
Yeah. Like we would definitely see them. Look at all of them. I work all day and I see bugs all day. These are not it.
Yeah, those are cockroaches. Oh man, this is actually I'm starting to get a little further now than I had on my own. How far did you get, Kelly?
Wow. Oh my god. So I've unlocked most of the map, and I'm just trying to figure out how to get rid of the cement so I can get into that temple at the top of the map.
yes.
Yeah.
That's what.
Yeah, I'm just exploring a little bit more.
There is like a kind of a maze in the left side, like left side. Yeah. And then you should go there.
And I'm trying to make sure I find all of the chests. I went back and got the heart. I'm trying to find the music box to open, like the person who does like the second NPC with the music box doors. I need to open those. I've got a lot of stuff to do, but like I love when I can see what I need to do in a game and I can actually take a look at the map and I can see where I'm going and like kind of try to get around, because no matter how hard a game is, when you have a goal and you have a path that you've chosen, you can do it. So it's the kind of difficult game that I thrive on. So talking about
that's really awesome.
The process of after you guys have put in all of this work and all of this time, right? So then you have to get into early access. You have to get greenlit. You have to sell this piece that you've made to your publisher. You have to get your publisher to get everybody else to buy it. Can you tell me about that process a little bit? About when you got to the part where Dandara was starting to look really cool. How did you pitch it? How did you get it out of your hands and into someone else's?
Yeah, okay, so we kind of didn't pitch like you probably imagine it.
It wasn't like face to face. But before like Valkyrie and
I mean we had like most of this part Chris playing. We had it kind of done already.
It has been a year.
Yeah, I mean and it was almost ready. You can see lots of background art now that wasn't there because now we got a new artist. Like this is 1 month of work.
Yeah, all of the grounds.
Artwork is amazing, by the way. I mean, I love this pixel art style. It's just, I could look at this kind of art forever.
It's super dynamic.
Yeah, it's just beautiful.
So now we got.
He could actually be here, but he just has a surgery on his nose, so he's looking a little bit like Hannibal Lecter right now. He was like, I don't want to show it.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll forgive him.
I was gonna ask you some questions about the art, but I'd feel bad without your friend there. Like, you guys have used a lot of color and a lot of, like, even your music. The music is very calming, very zen. How do you make these creative decisions for the overall tone of the game? Do you mind talking about that?
Oh yeah. So the music is being made by our friend as well. It's Thomas Kaufman. Yeah. And the artist Victor. Yeah. Last time we
didn't say his name.
We didn't say his name. And he was like, you didn't say that. Victor. And so we iterated through the art, so like many. I mean, we started as the artists, and because we are actually programmers, the art wasn't like, like it wasn't. I don't know.
It was usable, but it wasn't.
It had a direction.
Yeah.
But it didn't have like a good art that I would say.
I think I found the circle.
You're doing
circles.
Yes.
But you have to, like, if you want a little bit of a cheat.
Yeah.
You wanna go back to the second game.
You can look at the map too.
Yeah, you can look at the map. Just press select.
Go back to the second where?
Second camp.
Okay.
Camp.
And maybe go north from there.
Oh yeah, that's the camp.
You need to go like northwest.
Yeah.
To the northwest.
Yeah, go towards Steven.
You can go down too.
Yeah.
So and I mean, when the artist came, that's when we saw something in the game. That was a really good moment because then we were like playing the game and seeing new stuff that we didn't put there.
Yeah, that was the first.
Before it was just working on the so it's really cool to have. And so when he came, he kind of reworked our art, and he added more of his style. So what you see is kind of a mix, what we did, and his style. He likes more colors. The game was kind of
more dark.
Yeah, it was following like a dark direction, but it's not a dark game. It doesn't have like a dark story. Yeah, I would say it's more like.
You saw that?
Yeah, I like that room a lot. Actually, the design of the flipping tiles.
And I just like outran every enemy.
Zoned out watching him. But you probably should have stopped to kill them because you get money from doing that. But hey, I'm not the one playing.
Yeah.
So what was your greatest challenge in developing this game? What has been your greatest challenge as a team and in developing?
Well, this game is so new and strange, right? So making levels for this.
Oh yes, making levels.
We need to learn how to make levels, and nobody's gonna be there to teach us. There's no like how to make levels for Dandara. There is like how to make levels for a metroidvania, but not Dandara. And we have to like try it and show it to people.
Yeah, and then, I would say that level design was very, it took a long time until we understood what is fun in the game, what is not.
Yeah, in the first game, like the one thing that's not very polished is levels.
The first game we did, yeah.
And we hated that. Like we agreed with each other, like never do
that again.
Never do that again. Like really take care of the levels.
All right.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Level design can be challenging, I imagine.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard because if you play like if you're like making the usual heavy platformer, then you can play other games, and then you can have ideas, right? You can play Mega Man. Say, look at this enemy, how it works, what it does. It doesn't work in Dandara. We don't have like go and fall, and then there's like spikes. We can't have that. It doesn't work.
We have to invent everything from scratch.
Yeah, have to invent everything. And if you see like the first prototypes, Dandara would shoot from far away. She had like kind of machine gun.
Yeah. So you're saying it sucks being the first one to do something because you cannot copy your inspiration or your predecessors. That's
the bad part. But
that's the best part, but it's hard, but it's the best part. Okay.
That's actually what we like. And I think that's what we want to do for the next game, to make something that has a unique kind of game design. So, but because that feels good, that feels like we
Stop
are.
with that camp, Kellogg. Come on, you gotta save.
No, I did camp already.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out. I'm pretty sure.
I think this version you can buy and buy hearts.
Oh yeah, I think you can.
Yeah, I filled up my hearts again.
No, you can buy new ones. They're saying that's why you don't want to die. You want to save your essence.
Yeah,
so
no, I did.
Buy more.
I did.
No, you only have 3. You did not buy more hearts.
No, I know you buy more. You don't buy more hearts. You buy these things, right? The essence of salt.
No, you buy more.
No, you buy both.
You're so right.
Kellogg.
I see now.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so anyway, we have some more audience questions. I'm sorry to move us on. So they want to know, are there any achievements in the game? So like when you move it to Steam or when you move it to Switch, will there be achievements that the player can get? Like, for example, like going through without killing any enemies, something like that, or like killing the most enemies.
There will be achievements, but we still have to think about it when like the content of the game like speaks.
Yeah, we're gonna put some
what
achievements in there, but we're gonna think like about the achievements later, but they're gonna be there.
So that's gonna be like a finishing touch sort of deal.
Yeah,
kind of.
And then another question we have is actually why a female protagonist? Was there somebody that inspired you to make Dandara?
So
the game, like the character, is inspired by a local legend.
Yeah,
a local legend.
It's
not a
legendary.
Yeah, it's kind of like a legendary person, and at the same time she exists.
She existed, but it's very like.
But nobody knows exactly. It's not written.
So a local person who is so cool that everyone knows about them. There's a.
Yes.
Her name is Dandara dos Palmares. Her name is Dandara. Dos Palmares is just like where she's known from. And
she was a free slave that was the spouse of a king. So she was an important.
Like
a leader.
Yeah. I don't know if you guys have that. It's a quilombo. It's where slaves would run.
Yeah, African slaves run and join together to make a city.
Yeah.
And she was like the leader of that city.
Oh, like mercenaries?
No, he's talking about slaves who ran away to make a city. So she was like a rebellion
I heard
leader.
Something else. Sorry, gotcha. Slaves.
Gotcha. She was like a figure that led her friends and people into a new.
Oh, like Spartacus.
So that's why she's fighting. Why she's fighting against this oppressive army and why she's trying to save everybody. I see. So it's like a
story about
hero.
them.
Yeah.
The story is not about the same Dandara.
Not about that, but it's inspired by it. Yeah.
It's inspired by it.
Got it.
Yeah, in the beginning we wanted to make a game about it would talk about slavery, and we just felt that
we don't have
we thought
for that.
Lots of study, and it would require us to work a lot on the plot, so we didn't do it just, because that's a subject that it requires more attention. It shouldn't be.
We can do it just half-assed. No,
Yes.
You need to really do it good. and we felt that we couldn't.
Yeah, we felt like that wasn't us, like we can.
And then you ended up on the Switch.
Yeah, like I feel like that's what you're probably gonna do last. Is like your achievements and your Easter eggs that tell you a little bit more about the plot. All that little stuff is the last thing after all the bugs are gone.
This part is hard.
But still, like, we didn't want to make a game that it was too much about the story. Like, we didn't want to have too much dialogue. We wanted to have more gameplay and work on the level design and work on the game design. So that was our goal. And, that's why we changed the direction of the story. But the idea, like,
the character survived.
The character, we decided to keep the character because she's pretty cool, I think.
Yeah.
And then, there's no reason, like...
We really liked her design, there's no reason.
We just kept Dandara. And I mean, she still represents something meaningful. Like, it still has meaning that she's this fighter, like, she's inspired on this fighter because she's fighting for freedom. And she represents, like, a fight against oppression, so like it makes sense.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I think it's beautiful, and that's a great inspiration for a story. And I think that the character is also just like the design and in general is not typical of something you'd see a lot of. I think it's really cool that it's a female character, but she's got kind of like, I don't know, got an edge, you know what I mean? You can't even necessarily tell she's female just because of how cool her outfit is and how her hair is.
When you said she was a girl, my immediate thought was like, oh, like Samus? Like, nobody knew Samus was a girl, but she was such a badass.
That's
right.
Like, that's right.
That's so cool. Like, I always wanted, as a kid, more games where the main character was a girl. The only thing I got that I knew about was Tomb Raider. So to see it happen when I'm an adult, and know that I can have things to give my kids someday when I have them that they can look at. Like, you want good role models in gaming for the next generation. And I think this is really cool that you've done that.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
And so we're just coming up on an hour right about now. Just to close things out, do you mind telling folks when your game will be available for sale?
Well, when it's ready, right?
Yeah,
when it's ready. Do you have like a ballpark, like maybe July, August, somewhere in there?
It's later than that.
Okay.
We were planning on late summer, but I still like we are discussing our schedule and lots of things happened and we wanna maybe like make the game as it should be.
Oh, absolutely.
Make our best shot. I mean, on Switch, make our best shot.
That's true. That's fair. And honestly, Nintendo of all developers is guilty of taking as much time as they would possibly like to take. And they have also said exactly you say they release their games when they're ready, which, in my opinion, is the right thing to do because nobody wants to see a hustled game. It's not good for the developer, it's not good for the gamer. So I'm willing to wait if it gives you guys a little peace of mind.
I definitely do. Like when you guys know, you should let us know because I want to play it. I want to stream it for you guys. Like I want to show everybody.
That's right.
Thank you.
Yeah, we have capture cards. We got Switches. We have lots of ways we can play.
We can get it out there.
Okay, that's awesome. I mean, probably that's what we're gonna do.
Awesome. Well, thank you both again for being here with us. So once again, this is Lucas and João, now known as Joe, and they're from Long Hat House. We've been talking to them about Dandara today. It's a great game that is yet to be released. We've been watching the demo today, so keep in mind that everything you see here is a work in progress. There's things in the game that they're going to add, improve, and there's, I think, a lot more in store in general for us to be excited about in the future. Yeah, and so once again, thank you, gentlemen, very much for being here with us.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you for having us. And
it was amazing talking to you guys.
Thank you for the feedback. Talking to you guys.
Absolutely, it's our pleasure. It's our pleasure, and we look forward to talking to you again when the game's actually finished, and hopefully not more than a year. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks again, gentlemen. Once again, we are the TorchFork Mob. My name is Chris Kellogg. K4tlyn has been riding shotgun with me. Yeah, we've been playing Dandara. It's a killer game. We'll see you again on Monday for another dev duel. I believe that is at 7:30. Don't quote me there because I have to double check. But we've got lots of entertainment all the time. If you haven't followed us on Twitch, please do. If you haven't checked out our YouTube, please do. There are links below for that. Also, go ahead and give Long Hat House a follow on Twitter. You can see their Twitter handle there. You can keep up to date on the latest on their games. And yeah, thank you very much, everybody, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.